Through the mists comes forth RPGaDay! In the year 2021, RPGaDay comes back for its 8th year. A time in August when every day we tackle another question or topic by answering in a way that uplifts the gaming community and answers questions people might have about this crazy hobby of ours that serves to build the community and bring it up, that many of us make blogs about, video blogs, art, or great works. In celebration of the community of gamers, I welcome you to RPGaDay 2021. Hello, my friends. I am Rob, sometimes known as Omnisci, sometimes as the Dungeon Tutor, and today is the second day of August, which makes this the second day of RPGaDay 2021. Today, the word that we are tackling is map. Now, I am myself not a gifted map maker. It's true. I don't enjoy the craft of laying out a map or any such. As a matter of fact, personally at my table, we rarely crawl through dungeons. We're far more interested in telling stories and building character growth and connections and bonds and succeeding at elements that the characters are interested in often can't be tackled by just plowing through a dungeon. But there is an art to it. There is a craft to making great maps, and that is something that is far from lost. All you have to do is prowl around the internet, and there are several excellent map makers out there who craft works of art in every sense of the word. But today, that is not exactly what I'm talking about. The map that I am referring to is a scenario to help you. Firstly, of course, adventurers can find maps in any number of ways. On the bodies of those that they best, perhaps, as a prize and offered for a quest or a favor. Sometimes they buy maps wholesale. However, have you ever thought of the idea of what would happen if the characters themselves were part of a map? Perhaps the characters have strange birthmarks upon their bodies that seem to be pointless, lines, squiggles, perhaps, nothing that makes any sense. But in the happy circumstance someday that they might find themselves in a particular position or lineups in just such a way that two together might be able to illustrate a key detail by putting their, say, arms against each other, and the revealed birthmarks of such appear to be features similar to that of a map. All of a sudden, these adventurers might have a very, very tangible reason to work together because they are clearly part of a greater destiny. This binds them together as they are themselves the map to something. What that is it worthy of a grand adventure? Hopefully. If the divinities themselves or some clownish imp deciding to perform celestial graffiti all over babes, so that when they mature and meet up with others who have similar birthmarks, they might be able to find some great prank, perhaps. Who knows? But it is a way of looking at a map in a way that's not just a prize, that's not just something found as loot on a body, that's not just a hook to get your party to the next dungeon. Perhaps it could be the thing that is used to put the people together. Much has also been made about turning maps into riddles. For instance, having different layers to the map that can only be unlocked in certain ways. Perhaps alchemically, a solvent can be used that can cause hidden inks to appear. Perhaps magically, a spell may be made that you can interpret certain runes differently when it's observed through the lens of a particular magical spell. Perhaps someone who is gifted in nature may be able to tell that some of the dyes and pigments react to the presence of certain whatever. Perhaps it is an alignment of the stars that they can appreciate from their connection to the natural world. Perhaps it is a dusting of pollen from a particular tree. In such a way, you can take disparate crafts and allow them to be used in a single thing, like a map, to uncover more secrets that the entire group as a whole can bring forward. And that way, you can use all of these disparate things that the players thought were significant enough that their characters would be trained in, to be scholarly of, that might otherwise go unappreciated. And in something like this map, this may be their key in order to go forward and use their skills as part of the group and part of the puzzle-solving process. It's just a thought, just a scenario. But it's yours now, to do with it as you will. To tie the group together, to give them a reason to work together, to find something that is greater than any one of them could do on their own. After all, a group is only as strong as the bonds that hold them together. If those bonds are by need or desperation, sometimes that's enough to form a group. But if it's because of trust and interworking and building on a rapport, skill on skill, aptitude on aptitude, talents on talents, and eventually, who knows, friendship on friendship, the cement that bonds the group together, all over something potentially as simple as a map. So, that's yours. Enjoy. I hope you get some use out of it. But as for me, I'm Rob, sometimes Omnisci, sometimes the Dungeon Tutor, and I thank you for joining me here. Until next time, and I hope you come back for the next one, I can say thank you for joining me, and farewell.